guys, I just got a quickie here for you. I'm going through and I'm working on a page for outdoor wall lighting, and I'm going through section by section after I've generated the content. Right now I generated it using GPT4, and I used GPT4, as you can see here, is the model. And I wanted to write an in-depth, beautifully written web page section by section. I wanted the web page to be the best web page and tell the user exactly what they need to know. In terms of the content, I gave GPT-4 very specific instructions. When writing this article section by section, this AI will demonstrate firsthand expertise and a depth of knowledge of the subject. I got this directly from Google's helpful content suggestions. This AI will talk from an expert and helper perspective and will list what it's like to experience, use, etc. The topic from firsthand experience, exampling a depth of knowledge, and the topic which only comes from experts. Again, that is directly from the Google's helpful content. This AI will talk from an expert and helper perspective. I did that twice because I really wanted to talk like an expert and helpful perspective. It really has to use the expert content. You can't just generate any content in any tool. Now, Keyword Spy is going to be aimed towards only making helpful content. There's a bunch of features in Keyword Spy to do that. I've shown on other videos how to do that. I want to show how I was using GPT-4, which is a new model, which I have early API access to. And so we'll be moving that in Keyword Spy soon, but I just wanted to show you how you would do it manually in ChatGPT as well. I also say this AI will talk from an expert and helper perspective and list the important ideas about the topic and the most valuable, and add the most value and provide the most satisfying experience for someone trying to learn about this topic. That's very important, and that's directly from what Google asks you to do. This AI will talk from an expert and helpful perspective and list the important ideas with the topic and then add the most value and provide the most satisfying experience for someone to learn about the topic. So I really repeated that a lot to make sure that it would do that. In terms of the style, I used my really good better writing prompt, which I wrote a long time ago for ChatGPT 3.5, the original version. This AI will write sentences submitted in ways that make the writing better, more engaging, active tense, shorter sentences, better adjectives, show, don't tell. That's what they always tell writers, right? So this is the classic writing advice they tell writers. Show, don't tell, more compelling language, really try to sell the topic. Because in SEO, we're normally writing advertorials, right? We're not writing attack pieces. We're not saying don't buy outdoor wall lighting. We're saying buy outdoor wall lighting. So obviously as SEOs, we need to sell a topic. And then I have an SEO section for SEO suggestions for GPT-4, which is human level intelligent in many tests. Like it passes the LSAT, I believe it is, at 90%, higher than most humans do. I said SEO, the topic will be mentioned many times using various phrases and words that are synonymous with or highly related to the topic meaning. Now that's going to help get the spread of keywords, but that's not going to be enough alone. You need to use a keyword tool on top of that. Either in Underground SEO University, we have secret ways of doing special keyword testing. So if you're a member of Underground SEO University, you know what I'm talking about there. And if you don't, ask in the Discord. What are you talking about, Josh? Also, Keyword Spy will do this for you as well, which is what I'm using here. And I'll show you in a second. So the topic was the EMQ, outdoor wall lighting. That's what we want to rank for. The desired length, I made 3,000 words. Now you want to go high with the desired length because you want it to really go on for a long while. And I've already generated these sections by using a different prompt, which I can share. You generate the sections first, and then you generate each section. And that's the pro way of doing articles here. If you just let GPT write the whole thing, it won't be very good. It won't be good enough to rank, and it won't be good enough to stick around. So I generated the sections like this, and then I told it to write each section out. And I even repeated what I wanted it to do. And then, so I'll talk about all this stuff later. The important thing I wanted to mention is look how I got the keywords with the best score, both in terms of the entities, the BERT entities, which are phrases, because a transformer thinks in phrases. And then the neural matching rank brain keywords, which are in terms of single words. And look at the scoring I got. The final number here is what's important. It's from Keyword Spy, where I got the scores of everything here in terms of the words here. Here they are. The words, and then there's also the phrases as well. In the content editor, there's also in the reports as well. And I said, work these words in when you can, from top to bottom, especially the highest scored words. And GPT-4 didn't get confused by this at all. In fact, it started to slip them in there beautifully. And you can see these words are used a lot in here. For example, exterior walls, it says it 7 times, exterior walls, exterior walls, exterior walls, exterior walls. Like it says it a lot, right? And this is the most well-used, highly scored words that Google actually wants to use So I'm using the GPT4 AI to take what the Google AIs want to use, the higher scored words, and just working them in there, and including the depth keywords that you're going to want to use, but also the spread keywords you're going to want to use. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about for depth keywords or spread keywords, well, you need to do your studying in Underground SEO University. So go check out the test results channel and start learning about the depth keywords and the spread keywords, and ask me and or Andrew in the Wins channel about how he's dominating page one. Quite annoyingly, we're getting a little jealous of all his wins, but that's okay. Keep it up, Andrew. So yeah, so I just want to show you, like, wherever you get your keywords, I would get them from Keyword Spy or from Underground SEO University Tactics. But however you get your keywords, however you decide to weight them, you got to plug them in here, because otherwise ChatGPT is not smart enough to use them. And quite frankly, I wouldn't use anything else here but Keyword Spy. I know it sounds like a sales pitch, but it's not, because nothing tests all the different AIs and gives a score for them and then adds them all up together. And even if one AI is not using them very much, the other AIs are, and so you get a total score. And that is what I'm getting here from Keyword Spot. I'm using the best words. And now I'm going through, so that was the prompt I used to generate section by section. Now I'm going through, here's the whole article here. Now I'm going through section by section. This is section 2. And now I'm going through and I'm checking I'm running the content score. I'm seeing the NLP power, but it's only 551 words, which is like halfway to being optimized, so that you know that it's very dense. And when I say check work here, it'll show me the phrases that are being used. The EMQ is being used too many times, so that's why I'm going through and I'm reading it. That's the other thing I want to mention in this quickie. It's really important for you to go through and edit it with a human touch. Just take that 5 minutes to read the article and edit it with a human touch. Make sure all of the phrases for BERT that are supposed to be in here are in here that are highest scored. The EMQ doesn't have a score, but it should. It should be the highest score. It should be like 100, right? And then the words as well. Which ones are, you just sort by score and you go down and say, okay, oh, I'm missing light. So I'm missing that spread keyword. Oh, okay. I'm missing lamp. Oh, I got 1 lamps. I got garden patio outside lantern. Okay, look at these spread keywords that are really powerful, scored really well, and that multiple Google AIs we have directly tested with open source and patented and their white paper technologies that you're supposed to be using here. No other tool tests for that except for Underground SEO University in general and Keyword Spy in particular. You're going to want the depth keywords and the spread keywords. And if you're not using the right tool, you're not going to be able to find what those are. And you could check your competitors, but that's not going to be enough, because that presumes the competitors are using them, and quite often the competitors are not. For example, I know because of the score, the way this score works here, all these ones with a score of 5, the competitors are not using. But look how many there are. Look at all these ones and look how much they've already got put in the sections, because I told GPT-4 to do that here by putting these ones here in and write the best articles and use synonyms and whatnot. They're already floating them in here. A lot of these ones were, glass size, when, these perfect options. You wouldn't think of this, these spread keywords, but that's how these different AIs you use, including vector word embeddings, that's how Google ranks these pages, right? In terms of the keywords. Now, there's the whole HTML thing you need to look at. So you need to look at the tutorials for all that as well. And then the helpful expert quotient, you need the expertise, the experience, authority, and trust. You need that as well. So I'm kind of hacking Keyword Spy right now. I'm using it in ways that, are not necessarily in the tutorials, which is why I wanted to make this quickie for you. And so I'm just going to go through quickly and show you how I would go through manually, because I also need, when the whole thing is added up here, when I add up the whole thing, as you can see, I'm way over optimized now. I'm 3,000 words, 2,900 is the average. My predictability is not that bad. It's 72% predictable. It's 67% is the average. My average predictability length is very low. The average length of a predictable token usage is only 4.44. That's actually quite good. That's what we see normally, right? So, and this score is broken right now, so don't trust it. What I need to do here for the reports, and I was looking here at the DOM vector, I was checking to see if I'm allowed to use strong tags, how many strong tags I can use on average. It looks like 11, 26 is 66 divided by 4 is 22. I can use 22 strong tags on average, and I should, and if I don't, I'll be out of the vector for HTML, just for strong tags, for example. But if I take a look here at the competitor page analysis, I want to know what the top 20 You can look at a lot of different competitor stuff here. I've already checked to see if I'm allowed to use exact match or partial match and where I'm allowed to use it. I can use partial match in H2s, so I'm using them like crazy, which is good. But the NLP here I noticed is 62%. And so I just need to be above that. I don't even need to be in the optimization for the top 100, which if I want to really blow it out, I can be. I just need to be over this. So already here, I'm obviously way over what I need to be. And that's what you want to do when you're in ChatGPT or you're generating using GPT-4 here. When you're generating the article, you want it to be longer than normal and stuffed with more keywords than normal so you can peel it back and then start inserting the words you want to be missing. And that will also reduce the AI predictability as well, so that the AI didn't write this whole thing. You start placing words. For example, let me show you. So if I go here to staging, I go to AI Spy and I go to the advanced AI detection, I paste this in here. What you want to see is the 10, right? The 10 here. So let me do this 0 and let me do this 1000, this 10, and analyze the text. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this red. So now you see the difference in colors, and all the red is predictable and the other color is not predictable. And so this allows you to visually see the average predictability length is only 3.75 of this section, and it's 64% predictable. That's less than my competitors, as you recall, right? Let me analyze the text again, make sure that's correct. It's supposed to do it automatically. Good, okay. So I just want to go here and I just want to paste that in the paste button to make sure I save it. So here's another way you can go and you can take a look at it. Now, I don't need to do this because when I start editing right here, when I start putting in the words that are missing, which I'm going to do in a second, and editing this for space, because remember, I need to pare it down. This is too powerful. It's over optimized. I'm going to get a demotion because this is over optimized. It's a little too predictable, although that's not bad at all. It's over what it's supposed to be. So I just want to visualize it, show you how the red is the top 10 predictable, right? So this is the third most predictable word I could have put here, or the AI did actually. So all this red is what is going to hurt me in terms of Google detecting it, and they will detect it. So anyway, I just want to show you how what's going to happen is that when I start putting the keywords in here that I want to make sure like light that I'm missing, that's going to start breaking up sentences, and that's going to start changing the color that you have here. So that's another way of utilizing this technique of breaking up the AI content, and so doing it in this order, over committing on your generation first off, and telling it what words to stuff in from Keyword Spy, getting that from the testing you've done. That will allow me to functionally do this without using this tool, but I just want to visualize and show you how you want to break this all up, how Google can easily tell this is AI generated. Although this is pretty good. It's only 3.8. It's only 62%. This is less predictable than my competitors right now, which is what you want. You want your competitors to be more predictable than you. And so they get any AI potential penalties from AI generated content and you don't. Or at least that's the hope, right? That's the best risk mitigation you can do. So that's what I'm doing. So that's why, and I say you need to read through this because again, I have too much content and too many keywords. So let's look at the phrases again. Okay, I got 5 instances of outdoor wall lighting. That is way too many times to mention the EMQ. Way too many times. So I'm going to search here. I see it this many times. Okay. So now I just have to go through and read it. So bear with me as I kind of go through and edit this, but watch over the shoulder as I do it. So the art of choosing the perfect light fixture. I will put that in the H2 because H2s and H1s and titles and URLs are a different signal than the main content, which is a different signal than the strong tags. Every single tag, every single place to put content is machine learned by Google. It goes down to that level. So I have to put keywords in here, remove keywords from here. I need to balance it all out to be on the plus side of the way they measure everything to make it super hard to do SEO. We need to make a smart AI tool to do it for you. So as you embark on your journey to enhance your property's exterior with captivating outdoor wall lighting, the selection of the perfect fixture is paramount. The perfect light fixture, is paramount. Outdoor wall lights. So I need to get rid of some, and I'm going to actually get outside because I'm missing words like I got outdoor a lot, but I'm going to be missing outside. Outdoors I'm missing, and outside somewhere I remember seeing it here. I got none of those, so I'm going to add outside here. I'm just going to go through, and the selection of the perfect light fixture is paramount. The ideal lighting, the ideal outdoors lighting choice. Now, it's not the greatest grammar, but I'm going to go with it. Should seamlessly blend design, size, and material with your home's architectural style. Yeah, okay. In this section, we'll delve into the critical factors to consider when selecting the best exterior wall sconces, outdoor wall lanterns, garden wall lights, and patio wall lighting. Okay, so a bit of a keyword stuffing there, but not really. Those are the different kinds of keywords I need to mention, and those are the different kinds of products that are available here. So I need to mention them. I need to talk about them. Okay, so let's go back here and see where else I have outdoor wall lighting. The design of your outdoor wall lighting fixtures, of your outdoor lighting fixtures. You can remove a PMQ too. The design of your outdoor lighting fixtures is crucial in creating a harmonious balance between style and function. While there is a myriad of design options available, it's essential to choose a style that complements your property structure and overall aesthetic. Consider the following design options. Okay, so I've said this already. Okay, this has been said. So you need to read it with a human eye. Traditional, I have 22 strongs I can use, remember? Traditional, classic outdoor wall lanterns characterized by their timeless appeal, often feature intricate detailing and curved lines. These lamps, fixtures work well. So even doing this and putting a slash, that's going to break up the predictability again. Work with colonial, Victorian, or Mediterranean style homes. Modern, the sleek and minimalistic. Now, what else am I missing? Let's check the work again. Go to the top, score, and go down the list. Okay, I could say light more. I could say lamp more. Look at that. So I need to say lamp. It's these lamp fixtures. Sleek and minimalistic, modern exterior wall sconces and lamps. These lamp fixtures work well. Utilize clean lines and geometric shapes. Check the work again. Phrases, score, boom, boom, boom. Words here is what I'm more working on. Score. I could do all actually. Score. Okay. Wall. I've got two of those lamp and lamps. I could have more of those outside outdoors. Lantern. I'm missing lantern. Classic outdoor wall lanterns characterize top appeal. The lantern often features the wall lantern. There we go. So now I have lantern mentioned as well. Okay. Now sort by score on all. Okay. And so I have exterior lantern, bulbs, bulb, and porch. Okay, so let's see. Again, I could just think about where to put those in there. Sleek and minimalistic, modern exterior wall sconces and lamps utilize clean lines and geometric shapes to create a striking visual impact. Ideal for contemporary or mid-century modern homes. You could do this manually, and I need to go through and edit this content anyway. You could do it like this. This is the old school way of doing it. I'm going to also show you. You could just get ChatGPT to do this too, and I'll show you that in a second. So, in fact, let me do that. So, I would go through and I'd be like, okay, I'd read this whole thing. I would definitely get rid of more of these EMQs. So, when selecting the perfect outdoor wall lighting fixture, outside or exterior. How many times do I say exterior? I bet you I have exterior enough here. Yeah, I got exterior, but I bet you outside is only said once. Outside wall lighting fixture. The material of your outside wall lighting fixtures. Material of your outside wall lighting fixtures and all. Okay, so now I've got 3. I got it mentioned. Okay, just once in the text here, which I've already got it mentioned a bunch of times in other parts. This is just a section, right? So I don't even want this whole last section. I don't want this. Let's see here. Run content score again. It goes down to 30 or so. Good. That's what I want. Predictability is good. Okay, so now I'm going to Control A, Control C this. Take this in here. And now I'm going to come to here and delete this whole thing. Okay. And put that in there. Good. Now, hopefully when I rerun this thing, I'm paring it down now. Good. I'm going the direction I want to go. The predictability is going down. This is good. Good. Okay. So I just did this section here, this section here. Now I need to do the science of illumination. I'm not even sure I want to keep the science of illumination because this is getting a little bit off of topic, although lamp color, temperature, luminosity of lamps, and lamps energy savings is important. And that's going to have a lot of different, it could be really useful to the user and could have a lot of good spread and depth keywords in there. But I need to get rid of stuff. So I'll probably get rid of this, but let me show you what I would do here if I wanted to update this. Okay, so I'm going to go, all right, I'm going to go here to the science of illumination. I'm going to go here to this, oops, you're not supposed to see that. That's a secret. Okay. I'm going to go here to, I signed an NDA. I'm not allowed to show you that I know that. Don't rewind it. I'm a priority tester for OpenAI. I'm one of 500. I've been on OpenAI for a very long time. I have special permission to have exceeded caps on my spend per month. I'm big into this. Okay, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to use one of my rewriting scripts here. So I'm going to say this is going to rewrite an in-depth, beautifully written section of a web page. When writing this section, I'm going to just reuse this. When rewriting this section, the AI will demonstrate the things. The topic is going to be outdoor wall lighting or outside wall lighting. It's going to be outdoors, outdoor wall light fixtures. So it's going to be using all these. Actually, it's going to be using lamp, outdoor wall lamps, outdoor wall lights. I'll use all that. We'll say 3,000 words. Section to rewrite. We'll put here, we'll put a list of keywords to sub into the text naturally will be provided. Please sub these words into the text wherever is natural. Just get rid of typos there. Okay, and then words to sub in. Okay, another thing I've done that pretty soon Keyword Spy is going to do for you already is it already gives the weight and the usage of these keywords. What I did was make a score so I can tell what is used most and is worth the most. And then what I did is I went smallest to largest and I saw, okay, here is the spread words that I'm not using that has the highest weight, that I'm not using at all. And so I'm going to ignore indoor because I don't want to, this is for outside lights. I don't want to include indoor because that'll be keyword that'll confuse Google, that'll hurt me because I'll be moving away from the NLP. I'll be moving away from the semantic of outside wall lighting if I say the word indoor. At least that's my current belief. We're doing testing on that right now. So words to sub in, boom. Okay, section to rewrite. Okay, so now I'm going to paste the section in here. It was the science of illumination. Control A, Control C. Now I'm going to go to GPT4, boom. So now it's going to rewrite an in-depth, beautifully written section of a web page. I have all the style, SEO, and content that I want. It's going to sub that in and rewrite. And I'll give it some direction with some formatting so it knows to rewrite it now. So it rewrote it. The science of illumination, it changed it to the art and expertise of outdoor illumination. Okay, so now it's going to rewrite this and sub in the words I asked it to sub in before. And we can actually see the words being subbed in as we go on here. It's already used the word outside, which is great. In fact, I'm going to use a special search tool I have here, which is, if I recall, Control-Shift-F. Yeah, I'm going to use all these. And I'm going to say, show me all of these, please. And so it shows me out all its usage of all this here. It's used 2 of them right now. Maybe this is not going to work it in as much as I want it to work it in. But it's rewriting it nicely in terms of style. We're going to have to see how well this works. This is my first kick at the can. That's what I get for just doing this on the fly and hoping it'll work well. So we're going to have to see here. Okay, so I think it was writing too long, and so I stopped it. I shouldn't have used 3,000 words here. So I'm going to change this to 400 words, because currently it is, if I use Keyword Spy and look at the length, it is 455 words. I actually want to make this, oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. I want to take the science of illumination here. I want to go here and paste this in and run the content score on it. It's 440 words, the original. It's 40, and the predictability is a little higher, not great. So I'm going to go into ChatGPT here and say, I want 400 words, and I want you to sub in words to sub in. Please replace synonyms and add in these words as much as possible. And I'll tell it to do it again. Okay, and I'll say save, submit. And hopefully, now that will write something a little bit smaller based on what I want. And the GPT-4 takes a while, so I'm going to pause the recording and I'll come back when it's done and I'll show you how we did. Okay, so it's done, but I'm struggling with it a little bit. And this happens with prompt engineering. The predictability is great. It's around the same predictability as the competition. That's fine. The scores are around the same. It's around the same length though. I need that score to go down in depth. I need to increase it in spread, is what you need to do. And the average predictability length is low. That's great. I don't care about the worst predictability length or run-on sentence of tokens. I don't care about that. So I need to try to make it really do this. So I say, find a way to fit these words in sentences. Is what I need to tell it to do. And I put it in caps to tell it that I'm serious. Do it. This happens all the time in prompt engineering. And I also want it to be much shorter. Quick tips. Quick pro tips. Maybe if I do that, it'll be a little bit more what I'm looking for here. I need to shorten this down. I need to shorten it down and get rid of the depth of keywords. And I need to increase the spread of keywords. So again, I'll pause the recording. We'll see how we do. So it's done. I think it did much better when I said find a way to fit these words in sentences. It's actually much smarter. You see outside, the number's gone way up. And we have 1, 2 outside, which is good. Outdoors, we didn't do any better. It could not find a way to say outdoors. It was awkward for it. But exteriors, you see, it went up. We got 2 mentions of exteriors, and we even have shop from or shopping, which is great. Then we have also products, which is good. Then we also have sconce, which 9 instances. We sconce a lot, which is good because those are expensive. They'll sell well for my client. We got black is once in here. Then also we have shipping, which we have it once in here. And then commercial, we have it in here as well. Commercial, we have it in here as well, which is great. So by telling it to find a way to fit these words and sentences, it was able to put the spread keywords in there that you want. That's really going to help you when you're prompting, when you want to put depth and spread keywords in there. And now I can put this in here and I can check that I'm moving in the right direction, and I can cobble together my article, at least until my client just, until my client maybe just doesn't want all this content in there and wants me to change the whole thing. But that's the game of SEO. So thanks for watching the quickie, and we'll see you guys next time.